Russell Westbrook picked the right game to make his Los Angeles Clippers debut because this was unreal. The second highest scoring game in NBA history, ladies and gentlemen. Clippers hosting the Kings. Brody making plays with his new team for himself and others. How about Russell Westbrook? 17 points, 14 assists, 5 rebounds in his Clippers debut. They're up in the third quarter where Kawhi Leonard said, I'll take over this highlight. He went 5 for 5 in the first quarter. He goes 8 for 8 in the third quarter, 23 points in the frame. But if you ain't been watching, the Sacramento Kings have been playing good ball. They put up points on everybody, in large part due to that guy, Malik Monk, with the lob to De'Aaron Fox, who throws it down. We're in the fourth, and we're already in the 130s. As George goes and gets a couple buckets, he had some really good moments. He had some bad moments. That deuce plus the foul puts Los Angeles up 13 with 6 minutes to go. Here's some of the bad that I mentioned. It's George with the turnover, Fox with the easy deuce, and then De'Aaron finding Domantas Sabonis inside. Kings now just down a point with 18 seconds to go. How about the Clippers calling on Brody? Now Los Angeles leads by 3 in the closing seconds. They opt not to foul. And that's a mistake. Malik Monk ties this game up, so we would go to overtime in the extra period. It's again Brody knocking down the clutch jumper. But the Kings are not done. Malik Monk in transition, 2 of his career high, 45 points. Grown man deuce for Malik. More Monk. It's going to get fouled by Brody. And at the line, Monk's going to tie this game up at 164. Last chance for the Clippers in overtime. Again, one of those bad moments from PG. Just a sloppy possession overall. He misses. Kawhi's tip doesn't go. And we would go into a second overtime. And the second OT, it's Kawhi. He had a season-high 44 on 16 of 22 shooting. Just 1 point off his career high. De'Aaron Fox had himself a game, 42 points and 12 assists. The numbers were everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Clippers are now down a point. In the closing seconds of double OT, Nicholas Batum's shot doesn't seem like it ever had a chance. And how about Sacramento coming back to beat the Clippers? 176-175, as I mentioned, to kick this highlight off. This is the second highest scoring game in NBA history. Just a couple other stats. The Clippers and Kings become just the third and fourth teams to score 175 in a game. There were 3 40-point scorers in this game, one of them being Malik. The Kings now become just the third team in NBA history with a 40-point score as starter and off the bench. A wild one from Los Angeles. What a wild game. Sacramento, by the way, has become one of the most exciting watches in the NBA. If you do have League Pass, if you don't got it, please get it. Playoffs are going to be wild. You're going to want League Pass. If you do have League Pass, though, for the remainder of this regular season, I'm telling you, one of the best watches night in, night out in the NBA, Sacramento Kings. Now, they don't get the 175, 176, but they do have a lot of high-scoring games that a lot of times get to the fourth quarter. So if you're looking for a fantastic watch, or if you're looking for some tickets or looking for a game to go to, I'm telling you, Sacramento is one of the teams you want to go see live or you want to watch because they're exciting. The question that surrounds the Kings right now as they're on the verge of breaking their playoff drought, I don't even think I could jinx the Sacramento Kings that have been a pretty jinxable franchise over the last couple decades. I can comfortably say Sacramento is going to make the playoffs this year as they hold down the fort for the 3 seed out west. They've been around there pretty much the entire year. They might mess around and catch the Memphis Grizzlies for the 2 spot. Here's the thing. Nobody at the bottom of the Western Conference fears the Sacramento Kings. Really, nobody really fears anybody, to be honest with you, this year. But I don't think many teams fear Sacramento at 2. The question is, are the Kings a fluke or are they legit? Keep in mind, the Kings' Domantas Sabonis trade is still fairly new. He did come over at the deadline last year. So it's still a fairly new trade. We oftentimes see teams, look, it's just like a new relationship. When it's fresh and new, everything's great. Once you've been locked in for a while, it gets old. You're like, I want something new. It's the same situation. Malik Monk, by the way, him and De'Aaron Fox, as you see from this highlight, they clearly enjoy playing with each other. The question is, are the Kings just beneficiaries of a pretty weird Western Conference so far this year? And it feels like a lot of the teams that we've grown accustomed with, a lot of the players that we've grown accustomed to seeing, win a lot of regular season games, make the playoffs, they're just injured. Their bodies are banged up. They're struggling to the finish line right now. The Kings and the Grizzlies and the Nuggets got a lot of young players. These are some of the teams that are benefiting from some of the teams with great players just being banged up and can't stay healthy for 20-game stretches. So are the Kings legit or are they fluky? To me, a legit Sacramento season for me is either going 7 games or winning a first-round playoff series. Obviously, if you win a playoff series this year for Sacramento, I would look at this year as a success, to be honest with you. They could get swept in the second round of the playoffs. I wouldn't care. If you can win one round of the playoffs in the West this year, which will likely mean you maybe beat the Warriors, the Lakers, if you could beat off one of these teams with a legend on it, maybe even the Phoenix Suns, we'll see. You're going to play one of these teams in the first round between the Clippers, the Suns, the Lakers, the Warriors. We'll see who else is competitive. Maybe the Utah Jazz make it. We'll see. I think you feel good about this year. That's a big ask. I probably won't be betting with Sacramento when the postseason begins, but I don't want to take nothing away from them. They're definitely heading in the right direction. A win like that against a really good Clippers team that, hey, when they wake up and they're ready to ball, they're tough. Kawhi Leonard had a phenomenal game. 44 points. He looked very, very Sprouse in that game. He looked pretty energetic and ready to go for that one. But Sacramento said, we're going to take this game, and they did just that. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Pretty darn good game. Double OT. Second highest scoring game in NBA history. If you made it this far through the highlight, I appreciate your love so much. Your time. It's the most valuable asset you can give me. And it's your support as well that I'm appreciative of. Those 3 things. Please make sure you subscribe to the platform. It's with you that we grow this bad boy to new places. Thank you so much. I'm out.